Welcome to part 2 of reading the comments. If y'all haven't seen part 1, that's linked in the description, and with more explanation of what this is in that video. But to sum it up, pretty much I'm doing what a lot of other YouTubers do when they hit subscriber milestones, reading some of the comments on their channel. And well, I've got at and above 50 subscribers now. So I figured I'd go ahead and read all of the comments that have been on my channel because it's only fair to include everyone and I don't want to leave anyone out. So anyway, I'll go ahead and start one after I left off from the last episode. First episode is the last episode. I think I should finish it up in this episode, episode 2. But anyway, here we go. Dope video. I just subscribed. Can you do the same? Coolio and W and all that other kind of O. Okay, good run, brother. Nice looking whip, too. I think that was the Need for Speed drift video where I went around the pole. That was pretty cotton picking cool. Keep doing this. I'm keeping on. That's for sure. I think that's for DRL. Nice video. Cool. That would be fun. Cool. Glitch track as well, like Hot Wheels stunt track. Yeah. It's annoying that Forza got the Hot Wheels DLC. Honestly, that doesn't even really make sense. Why is Forza getting all the company DLCs, but yet Gran Turismo sells more games? I get Forza's on the modern platform, but couldn't they just wait for like GT Sport or something and have like an in Hot Wheels class or something? Or like in Fast and Furious class instead of like just the N200, N300 or whatever. I bet Gran Turismo Sport's going to sell more than the Forza game just because Gran Turismo always that sells. But anyway, moving on. I live in Independence, Kentucky. Cool. That's for the Insightful Facts About Kentucky video. Those are cool videos. Watch them if you haven't. There's 2 of them. Hey, nice video. Subscribe to your channel and give a like on my channel. Okay, cool. And yes, some of the GT team management have had some experience difficulties. Yeah, some GT management have experienced some difficulties getting GT Sport out, that's for sure. We're still on closed beta, and we were supposed to have an open beta, if I remember correctly, in either late 2015 or early 2016, one or the other. We're at closed beta in about mid-2017, but anyway. What an awesome race that was. I can't remember exactly what that one was, but there's been a lot of awesome races with you. Nice run, bud. I assume that was a drift trial. Thanks for the video. It helped me get gold. Yep, must have been a drift trial. Mopar 2-3, preferably 1-2, but I don't think that driver would prefer 1-2 for Mopar. And yeah, I don't really care what that driver prefers. Though this opinion is I actually care about. When the current NASCAR commentators retire, you should send this to the network as an audition. Look at that, folks. Negative to positive. That's pretty cotton-picking cool, folks. That's pretty cotton-picking cool. And as I've said in a few previous videos, when I did like the 20,000 views where I did my specialty in the very first race, if something actually comes up where I can actually do commentary for a live race in like real life, I'll do it. I don't really know when those chances would be. Really, I only have one local-ish track, and it's kind of more of only a track when it's like a expo or fair or whatever. But I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna have a chance to do it at some point or another. But anyway, 11 out of 10 music could not be better. Cool. 11 out of 10 title and music. Look at me doing good and such. Ram for the win. Rams always mystify, that's for sure. Stuffing for the win. Yep. Ram for the win, stuffing for the win. I think my Ram has definitely stuffed some cars on the wall over here. 1100 horsepower, rev limiter 17,000. Yeah, that's the crazy Esquito wheelie car. That's a wheelie cool car, that's for sure. And I've wheelie made that pun quite a bit. And anyway, moving on. What NASCAR game? NASCAR 8. NASCAR 8 is fairly underrated. Everybody seems to remember NASCAR 3, 05, 07, but they don't really seem to remember the even ones. In my opinion, NASCAR 8 was the actual last good NASCAR game. 09 wasn't bad, and the more modern ones, 11 remake or whatever, and 14, 15, and Heat Evolution were all not really all that good. NASCAR 8 had everything the old NASCAR games we all remember had, with like the season mode and the moving up the ranks or whatever, and it actually had the different types of drafting, and it had the damage modeling actually where everything came off or whatever, and it doesn't look like your car is just dented up. The stuff can actually have physics and all that. It had fire. It had basically oval tracks where you could wreck each other, but it could also be simulation. And it actually came out on 2 different systems as well, which was pretty freaking cool. I honestly think the newest NASCAR game that came out, yeah, it came out on PS4, but it looks like a PS3 game. It may as well have gone ahead and came out on PS3 as well for people who haven't updated yet. And I can't blame people who are NASCAR fans who haven't updated the PS4 because PS4 hasn't gotten a good NASCAR game yet. I guess the best NASCAR game out on the PS4 is the Forza expansion. Again, why can't GT get the expansion? GT already has NASCAR. Can't NASCAR expand GT and have like the whole field and Gran Turismo, which sells better? That can actually be a truly simulator class. In ASCAR. There you have it. That can be a class. I don't see why not. But anyway, moving on to the next relevant comment. Well done, comrade. This was your previous video about 2,500 views. I think that was my 25 subscriber video, so how far I've came since that. Also, just to point out, my channel has been around for a few months off 2 years. I got 25 subscribers 5 months ago. So I've gone to 25 to over 50 in 5 months, but I went from 0 to 25 in around about, I think, a little over a year. So that's a big jump in the last few months, and I think all y'all has helped that jump. This video was epic, bro. Keep up the good work. I just started my anime Vines channel. Anime is like panty and stalking or whatever, right? That's like the only one I've ever heard of or even care about. I think Pokemon is also anime, and I know that has like a video game out, and you wouldn't just expect why you got many player creations for the White Mama. Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily realistic, but think about it. If Brian Scalabrine were to come out of retirement and somehow multiply by 13, that team would be unstoppable. Doesn't necessarily have to be realistic if it's awesome. There can only ever be one Brian Scalabrine. And, yeah, that's one of those things I thought about too, is what happens if Brian Scalabrine, Devin Booker, John Wall, Anthony Davis, and Chuck Norris were to play a pickup game. I think the world would literally implode there. There's like the 5 greatest players on the planet there. I guess in theory Chuck Norris would win because Chuck Norris never loses, but I don't exactly think Anthony Davis or Devin Booker or John Wall would lose either, and then Brian Scalabrine's the GOAT, so I don't think he'd lose either. It'd be like a tie. Yeah, I don't know how. That'd be a heck of a heap of a game to watch, that's for sure. Anyway, hi to you as well. You sound like a cowboy. Thanks. I got comments saying to be a NASCAR commentator and I sound like a cowboy, but then, yeah, I also have a troll. You know your channel's successful when you have people wanting you to be a professional commentator, and then you also have your own troll. I definitely appreciate that, y'all. Also, I'm not one to delete comments either. I think I've only ever deleted one comment, and that was kind of just something weird, random, almost to the point of stalker. And y'all see coming up, there are kind of some weird, random comments that I think actually the user deleted themselves because they noticed that it did kind of seem iffy, and I don't know if they're actually on there anymore. I believe in freedom of speech, and if you actually put a comment on the channel, that means you put enough effort to type it in. So 90, I'm not going to say 100, I'd say 99% chance to leave it on there. Unless it's something like a genuine physical threat or something that's downright racist or sexist or something, I'm probably going to leave it up. If it's just a negative comment, fine, whatever. It's YouTube. YouTube and all the other social media sites, or media sites in general, have negative comments. But anyway, I read that one. Good job, Eric. Great video. Good point with Star Wars music. That was a Christmas video. That was a cool video. That was one of my more favorite videos to do because I get to listen to awesome Christmas music and kind of just special take kind of in between it. And then actually I pre-recorded that because I had to get the music on there. So really, the time that I recorded the actual video of DRL in the background, I barely had to do anything, and I just sort of sat there and enjoyed the Christmas music. That was a cool video to do. It was more effort finding all that music, but when you're actually listening to a lot of unique music to get to that music, it's not really that big of a deal. But anyway, on to the next one. CJ and Jada, good work. Keep up the good work, fam. I liked and subscribed. Cool. And Panda Man is, hey there, my name is Panda Man. I like videos. Subscribe. Maybe check out my channel and leave a subscribe. Good luck. Wait a minute. Oh, that's Pankid. Man, yeah, Panda Man would be cool too. Yeah, I missed all that. I would think Panda Man by default because, like, Fiat Panda is like the best drift car in the game now, or whatever. I'm level 70, Need for Speed. Yeah, I'm not all that good with Need for Speed. I can do some occasional cool stuff, but not the best physics in the world. But well, you freaked out their dog. My dogs, they're okay. They're back there. One's asleep and one's kind of pretty close to sleep. They're doing perfectly fine. Okay, skip that comment. But on to this comment. Sadly, it can go 3,000, 5,000 miles an hour. Eventually, maybe. I'd say with enough stuff going my way, I think I could get a car going that fast. My record that the game says is still 1,400 or whatever that I did the video on a while ago. But I swear I've gone faster than that. Maybe at some point it just doesn't register speed anymore and it like breaks. Maybe 1404 is the max the game can actually register to say you went. I don't know. I know in GT5 there are people who could register speeds as fast as it could possibly go with the crazier cars back then. Back then, the cars, I don't even think could be glitched. They had to be hacked, so maybe that had something different to do with it. But anyway, Epic Stunts and Air Comrade. I think that was the Ram video, maybe? I'm not really sure. It looks like a pretty heavy car. Yeah. Heavy cars to knock out the trolls. Yep. Bravo, 29th is great ranking. Thanks. I literally see that water tower weekly. Cool. That's for the Insightful Facts video. That's cool. I gave you a like. You got some nice videos. Cool. Thank you. Cats are for everyone. Cat lives. Oh Lord, I'm gonna get dislikes now. Cats are for everyone. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Beautiful dog you got there. I used to have the same many years ago. Cool. Flame vid right yonder. Cool. Flame vid right yonder. I wonder if those words have ever been together in that order before. I know there's been videos out saying all the words have been said in all the orders ever. But I don't see how that could possibly be true, because there's always people making up new words. Like, you can name your child literally anything that isn't, like, downright, like, a racist joke or something. So, literally, you could name your kid any new word whatsoever, and it becomes a word, because that's their legal name. So, I could name my kid, Gran Turismo Sport Closed Beta Specialtating, and then... Obviously, those words have been said in a row before, but still, I could name my kid. As far as I know, this has never been said before. I'm trying to think of something kind of... E.T. the game, 1987 Specialtating, or whatever, whenever that game came out. I could name my kid that. And then that becomes words because it's legally binding. And then, yeah, I don't think those strings of words have ever been said before, because as far as I know, created the term specialtating. So, yeah. You think you're so clever and your quotes were... not necessarily clever, but it's something different. I know I'm not the smartest. I know I didn't make it to Yale. I'm just glad that I ain't in jail. I think I've probably made that joke before, but your Ram done some Dutch rolling. I don't know about Dutch rolling, but definitely did much rolling. That's for sure. And I'm thinking about getting a PS4. Does anyone still do cat and mouse? Not really. I haven't even checked in a while. But I'm hitting 30 subscribers. Jiminy Cricket, I didn't know it was that fast. Good lord. Okay, I've gained 20 plus subscribers in 2 months. I didn't even notice that. Well, again, I thank y'all for that. That's great. Sub to me, I'll sub back. As I said in the last video, if you come to my channel to do the sub for sub thing, I'll do it. But I'm not going to seek out the sub for sub thing. But if you put the effort to find my channel and then post it on the channel, yeah, I'll probably do it. Reference to Ghostbusters. No, that was the Glitchbusters, and that was Mythbusters. If y'all can think of a creative way to do Ghostbusters in GT, I'm glad to see it. I know there's invisible walls, but invisibility and ghost, I guess, can kind of be two different things. Anyway, how dare you... I assume that's supposed to be bastards, but typed in a way to not be as offensive, I guess. But, yeah, official. Yep. Anyway. Fucking hate closed betas. We don't get selected for shit. Move to America, and then move to Mexico when Trump gets America nuked. That's kind of the ironic part. Canada doesn't want us and might not let us in. And Trump is trying to stop the Mexicans from coming in. But if America ends up getting nuked, for the people who don't have the shelters and the people who survive, we're probably going to have to move down to Mexico because there's not going to be much habitable space left in America. So it's going to be Americans leaving here and not the other way around. Hopefully we don't get nuked, though. Hopefully everything goes well. Anyway, replays of Mercedes AMG or showroom cars. At that point, I didn't have the beta. That was the joke. That was a video that got like 4 likes and 9 dislikes, even though that was meant not in any way, shape, or form to be a GT Sport video. It was meant to just sort of reference it because I knew it was coming out soon. That was... I think the day before it actually came out, and for people who actually knew it was coming out, they knew that. But I guess there were a 2-to-1 ratio of people who didn't even know when GT Sports was coming out. But anyway, no big deal. I subbed to your channel, gave you a view and a thumbs up. Return favor. Again, if you go to my channel to do it, it'll probably do that. Hey, good video. Thanks. Amazing vid. Thanks. Hey, that's funny how my video comes out first. Yeah, that's when you search Dirty Nerd Racing League on Google. That makes sense that Mega's video is first because it's an actual, like, it looks like a YouTube video. Like, I'm not saying my videos ain't YouTube videos because you can put whatever you want on YouTube as long as it's, like, fits the guidelines or whatever. As long as it's your own stuff that fits the guidelines. But his videos actually look like... If someone were to show a racing video game YouTube video between mine and his and ask which one looks like a YouTube video, I think Megas would get the vote on that. I'm not saying mine aren't YouTube caliber. I'm just saying mine aren't the more accepted version of the videos. But anyway, good video. Amazing. Cool. Thanks. And you should get a stand for the iPad. I don't have the iPad anymore, and this is a crappy phone. Oh yeah, this is a good comment that definitely deserves 2 likes as well. I know this one's running a bit long, but I'd like to get this done in 2 parts because I don't really have enough for a third, and it's kind of been a bit long for a second. But anyway, this is a quality comment right yonder. This is for the Is GT Sport GT3 reincarnated? Well, I really did it. Wait. GT3 and GT Sport both consist of 3 words. That's truism right yonder. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Tourism. 6 was the last GT game. Yep. GT6 was on the PS3. True. 6 ratio to 3 is 2. Yep. GT3 was on the PS2. Correct. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Yep. The 5th game was also on the PlayStation 3. 5 times 3 equals 15. GT6 released on the 15th anniversary on the PlayStation 3. 15, the ratio of 3 equals 5. I think you could just say divided by 3 there, but either way. Anyway, 5 tracks known on... Well, this is outdated. Ignore it. Just go with it. GT Sport is coming out on the PS4. 5 minus 4 equals 1. Illuminati has one eye. And yeah, Illuminati confirmed. Okay, cool. You could do this in one route and just say there's one game coming out on the PlayStation 4 that GT has made. Illuminati has one eye. The end. And to relate it to GT3, GT3 was the first game on the PS2. First one. Illuminati has one eye. GT Sport would be the first game on the PS4. One eye. Illuminati confirmed. There you go. I guess GT5 Prologue, if you want to count that as first, technically they were like demo, beta, alpha, omega prologue or whatever for GT5 that had like 2 of them that weren't full games, but you downloaded or whatever as kind of open beta type thing. But anyway, that was an awesome video. I enjoyed it a ton. Seriously, keep it up. I left a like and a comment. April 15th, let's just hope I get in. LOL, yep. XDDD, yep. Cool. Always good to make people smile and laugh. The fuck are you talking about? The Mustang can keep up with the best, and it's always in the top 10. You do realize that always in the top 10 is relative, because if you end up getting with the higher drivers, by default it ain't, because it can't keep up. And even still, if you're on the lower class of drivers and you're in the Mustang and say you finish 9th, you're not necessarily going to move up either. Honestly, wish the game did give a little bit more credit to the Mustang. I mean, yeah, I'm a Mopar guy, but I'd much rather drive an American car, whether it's Mopar or not, than this, like, a random GTR I have no connection with and will probably never own. I have a much better chance of owning a Ford Mustang than I do a Nissan GTR. But the game doesn't seem to respect American cars as much. But I know Kaz likes his GTR, so whatever. I was fed up that I never got a code for the beta, but it only runs 3 hours per day. Yeah, on weekends it runs a little bit longer, but that would be nice if they could go ahead and open up. That one day they had to open all day. Seems like that went perfectly fine. They should go ahead and open that up more. I would hope GT Sport, the actual game, is open 24/7. They need to go ahead and start testing how well they can do it 24/7 so they can get prepared for actual GT Sport. Having it open 3 hours a day doesn't really seem like that's a good correlation to the actual game. How can they tell if everything's going to run right and consistently if they only have it open for a short period of time? But anyway, I'm not a developer or whatever, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Hey buddy, great video, left a like. Also, I'm trying to surround myself with GT players. Yep, that's a good thing to do. I've kind of done that as well. I think literally half of what I'm subscribed to now is probably GT related. Which is cool to see so many people on GT, but that's kind of another thing. Is I know I'm kind of starting to go to the point of rambling, but I mean, whatever at this point. It's gone to this far, a little farther. If anyone is watching right now, I guess it isn't going to kill them. But anyway, to the point, which I already half forgot. Oh yeah, about the surrounding yourself with GT. Why did none of the like main racing game YouTubers do GT? Like I know Slap Train, he's like the biggest one of all. He has like 1.5 million subscribers. He rarely ever plays GT, but again, GT is the best selling of all of them. I know it ain't necessarily the most modern of all of them, but it is definitely getting there. I feel like just for channel growth, you should still play the more popular games more, even if they're not the most modern. Like, people love playing Need for Speed Underground too. Like, you still see videos come out that do pretty good on YouTube with people playing that game. It's the most known and generally well liked that most people have. Need for Speed game, and you still see people playing that. So why don't people still play GT anymore? That are the big ones. I don't get it. Anyway, I don't know if I read this on Pocono Raceway confirmed. No, it's a ripoff. Riff-off ain't bad, but it's only one line that works. Hopefully in the actual game they make it to where multiple lines are pretty much equal. Well done, always enjoy your videos through GTP. Looks like you found love too. Yeah, that was kind of an awkward, weird worded stalker comment that, not his, but the comment that he was referring to. Luckily that person actually deleted their own comment because I kind of told them that seemed kind of awkward. I think it was, I don't want to say this and like make the person be like an outsider or whatever. I don't mean this in any bad way. I'm just saying this because it kind of seems like what it seems like. I don't think that person had English as first language because it seems like the way they worded stuff was kind of like it wasn't really flowing or whatever. So I can't really blame that person, I don't think, because I obviously don't know them. But yeah, if you're going to do comments, leave it relatively short and relatively vague so that way it doesn't seem quite as awkward. I subscribe to you. Cool. Thanks. Yeah. I like Back to the Future. DMC DeLorean can handle wheelie. I'm in motivation flight. I mean, it doesn't need that much motivation. It's a DeLorean. I think people are motivated by it more than it actually has motivation. I think they actually still make DeLoreans is the sad part. They haven't changed anything since the 1980s, and people are still buying them just because of one movie. Anyway, hi Barrett Mofar, I love your video. I know this comment is spam, but because it's a link, but could you link to again, I don't want to rule, I assume her, Angelica, I would hope her. Again, I'm not trying to rule you out. LGBTQ plus for the win and what have you. I know this video already has dislikes, let's go with it. But I think that's sort of an alternate to the original account because it still seems sort of awkward. But any message that ain't downright negative, which none of hers was downright negative, they were just kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Any comment is good because it's still, even negative publicity is good publicity in media, I guess. But anyway, that band actually did have to do kind of with Beavis and Butthead. When I saw that band, when I clicked on the video, I didn't watch the video because I did it off my PS3 browser, and that doesn't even run videos. It's so mixed with bad internet and a 10-year-old system. But I saw the band name, and yeah, I remember that from Beavis and Butthead. Stop Whispering, yeah, I had to record at 3 a.m. And then that's where he said it's okay, because yeah, I had to record at 3 a.m. There's really nothing I could have done. I'm probably the worst drifter in the world on GT6, but your video can confirm this to me. I don't know any things about drifting. Did you finish in number 1? I finished 2, and then that was the We Are number 2 video. Hopefully I eventually get to 1, but I literally put in all the effort I possibly could for that last one. I still came up like 40 points short or something. Like, literally, it coincided with a day of class where I only had one class. And literally, after I got home with that class, I ate, took a shower, and did that till the event ended. I did that for like 6 hours straight and still couldn't get it. But anyway, we've gone to like 29 minutes of rambling. Well, this will be the longest video I've ever done of me doing this, so I guess that's something. Your time so in the world times, because I got to 49.3, that's cool. Hey, lit video, bro. I just uploaded a brand new video, so like and all that. Yep, same as everyone. If you put it on my channel, I'll do it, but I'm not going to necessarily look at the people. Have a great channel. Shout out on LM Games. Cool. Yep, shout outs are nice and all that. And this is sort of a shout out video as well. And I think this is the newest and last comment. I enjoyed this. Thanks. And, well, there you go, folks. That's 30 minutes of comments. And then the first video is about 20 minutes. So, yeah, that was an experience, folks, to see how my channel's grown from at the very start to now. And I think all y'all have done it. And I'll go ahead and finish this off how I was actually going to start it. Because I think now it is more updated to the subscribers and all the subscribers and also just anyone who watches in general. I think each and every one of y'all, I don't really care how much y'all watch the videos as long as y'all like the videos. I know I've said that before, but as far as I can tell, this is always going to remain true. Even with my channel growing crazily, and this month I've averaged actually about 5,000 views in the last month, which is crazy. And it seems like that's only gradually going up, too. But even with my channel growing, I would say unless I get to literally thousands of subscribers, there's really no point in even attempting to make money off of. Jiminy Cricket is my last subscriber. Oh, okay. I was about to say, if JK Racing 23 is actually my last or first subscriber, I guess it's going down, so this looks like a last one. Yeah, okay, it's not. But anyway, even JK Racing 23 and everyone else, I thank y'all for subscribing. And yeah, again, as I was saying, as far as I can tell, I'm never going to try to make money off of this channel. It's meant for fun, and it's meant for y'all's enjoyment, and hopefully y'all enjoyed this. And, well, hopefully I can do something like this again if I get to 100 subscribers at some point, or even more. Who knows, folks, who knows? I honestly never figured I'd get to 50. I hoped I would, but hoping and figuring are two different things. But luckily in this case, they both equaled out to be the same thing. And that's pretty cool. But I couldn't have done this without all y'all. So I thank each and every one of y'all who's ever liked, subscribed, watched, commented, or any combination of those, or really anything else that y'all could think of that could support the channel as well. And hopefully y'all enjoyed this and will enjoy more videos as well in the future, and any of the videos in the past y'all go back and watch. So, as always, forever, past, present, future, and any time where I've done videos, I'm pretty sure all the endings, or at least the vast majority of endings, have ended in the same way, and I couldn't think of a better way, no matter how many subscribers I have. The best way to usually end these videos is plain and simple. Yeehaw!